former NFL defensive lineman Chris Canty on whether Kevin Stefanski or Shedeur Sanders has more on the line the final 3 games of the regular season.
Kevin Stefanski is a 2-time NFL Coach of the Year, and even though he hasn't covered himself in glory this season, if he gets clipped in Cleveland, he'll have another job, likely this hiring cycle, with all of the expected openings that we anticipate at the end of the regular season. With Shedeur Sanders, I don't know that he will have a better opportunity. I don't know that he will have a longer runway to prove that he belongs in terms of being a starting quarterback in this league. Now, the irony of that is Cleveland's commitment to their head coach could hinge on how committed they are to Shedeur Sanders and how committed they are in not drafting a quarterback at the top of the 2026 draft where they have 2 first-round draft picks. Because here's the deal. If you're thinking about drafting a quarterback with the first-round pick, you want to put him on the same timeline as the head coach. You don't want to have the head coach on the hot seat when you're drafting a quarterback in the first round. Ask the New York Giants how that's working out. So I will say this. I think Shedeur Sanders has more at stake because I do believe that Kevin Stefanski will have more opportunities if it doesn't work out in Cleveland to be a head coach. I don't know that Shedeur Sanders will have more opportunities, will be given a longer runway with another team, considering how polarizing people view him as a player.
So I think that's extremely fair. I think that's accurate.
Yeah, I think it is. I mean, the unknown with Stefanski is how much of this season has gone to plan, because this is kind of my read of the quarterback landscape in Cleveland. This is basically exactly what I expected to happen, is that Joe Flacco would start the season, almost as an appeasement move to fans, to the veterans in the building, but that was never going to be a long-term solution for them. Then we would see Dylan Gabriel for a while, and then we would see Shedeur Sanders for a while. And ultimately, that would be enough to kind of get you to the end of the season, probably not in particularly good shape, and that's when you go and target the real quarterback in this draft. You've got multiple first-round draft picks. The way they drafted last year was sort of setting up for this offseason. And so if that was the plan all along, then Stefanski's done his job. He hasn't done anything crazy. He's done exactly what they would have been expecting. And everyone knows that really 2026 was the year they're actually going to try and move this thing in the right direction for real. So if that was the case, then I think he's fine. If, however, that wasn't the plan, and actually somehow, he had been convincing them that Joe Flacco was going to be the guy, and then, the whole thing has been sort of chaotic behind the scenes, well, then maybe his seat is a lot hotter than it could be, or his tenure there is a little bit more tenuous. I think Canty's right, though. Shedeur Sanders, this is his shot. He gets 5th-round draft picks, do not get, endless opportunities to show that the entire NFL had it wrong. You basically get one look, and if you show something in that one look, then maybe you earn yourself a second look somewhere else. So this is Shedeur Sanders' shot. He gets a chance now in the final few games to, like I said, probably win himself a backup job in Cleveland, or at least a backup job somewhere else. I don't know that he can do enough, really, to be given a starting opportunity anywhere, unless it's as a sort of bridge quarterback in Cleveland next year to the rookie that they draft at the top of the draft.